What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about silver rounds. Basic, generic, secondary market, random design, silver rounds. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, such as the 3 brand new designs, the 3/9's Fine, 4/9's Fine, and 90% t-shirts and hoodies, along with a ton of other products, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different. As you can see, sitting here in front of me, I have not a lot of rounds, but quite a few. And these are not all of my silver rounds, but these are all of the rounds that I got at the very beginning when I first started stacking. So I want to talk about silver rounds today. I want to kind of compare them to coins a little bit, and I also want to talk about silver round storage. If you are going to stack silver rounds, you're probably going to want to get tubes for them, so I'm going to be comparing 2 different type of tubes that you can store your silver rounds in, the pros and the cons and all that. But before any of that, I want to talk about these silver rounds. I want to show off some of the designs. I want to talk a little bit about them. And I also am curious, everybody watching this right now, due to the fact that I don't talk a whole lot about silver rounds. I talk a lot about silver coins. Sometimes I talk about silver bars, but I very, very, very rarely talk about silver rounds. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts? What do you think of rounds? Do you stack rounds? Do you avoid rounds? Are rounds the only thing that you stack? Do you avoid coins? Let's talk about silver rounds in the comments. But sitting here in front of me, I have a good portion of the silver rounds that I had picked up during my first couple weeks, first couple months of stacking. I have quite a few different designs. Most of them here in front of me are different designs. Some of them are repeats. Some of them look the same, but they are not the same. So here at the top over here, we have the Hurricane Irma Relief Fund round. So it has picture of the beach, palm tree, sun, for Florida. Florida strong. Got a couple of those. We have a sunshine round. Many of you know that I talk a lot about sunshine bars, and one of my favorite things about sunshine bars, other than the design, other than the way that they look, I just love the logo, they have a security feature. On the back of silver bars, most silver bars, they have a spot where you can scan over them with a little code reader. I can never remember what the code reader is called, but if you put the card over top, it says valid over this little blank circle in the center of the silver bar. Well, same goes for the silver rounds. That's what this is right here. So it's not just for larger denomination silver sunshine bars, it also goes for 1 troy ounce silver rounds as well. Fun fact. Next up, similar to the first round I showed off, Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund. Flip it over. Houston, Texas strong. Pretty cool as well. Next up, we got the Scales of Justice. Now, I've always been drawn to silver rounds with these type of designs. For some reason, I'm just very drawn to or attracted to Scales of Justice, Statue of Liberty, really anything like that. I just like the way that they look, and they're really cool. So next up, this one is a little bit tarnished, a little bit discolored, but it has an eagle carrying an American flag. As I always say, I am blessed and fortunate enough to be an American, so really any type of American design, whether it be a flag, whether it be an eagle, or like I just said before, scales of justice, Statue of Liberty, anything like that. Liberty Bell. Just very, very drawn to. And then the scales of justice on this side. Next up, we have probably my favorite silver round that there is. I love silver buffalo rounds, and I wish so badly that they were coins similar to the gold buffalo, which is a coin, a $50 face value American coin. I wish silver buffaloes were $1 face value American coins, but nope, they're just basic generic secondary market rounds. 1 troy ounce, 3/9 fine silver, the buffalo on one side, and the Native American profile on the other. Definitely the most recognizable silver round that there is. I'm not going to talk too much about coins today. I want to primarily focus on rounds, but the reason I prefer coins over rounds is because they are more trusted, more respected, more recognizable, have a higher level of notoriety. But when it comes to rounds, of all the rounds out there in the world, the silver buffalo, I believe, is the most trusted, most respected, most recognizable, and has the highest level of notoriety in comparison to all other silver rounds. I'm going to go through the next ones quick. Got some wrestling rounds. These were all random, by the way. I did not order any of these specifically. I just picked random rounds, and they just showed up, all different designs. I always reference, when I talk about random silver rounds, that you never know what you're going to get. I always talk about how sometimes I get a Santa Claus round. That's kind of where we are right now. Christmas. Here's the actual Santa Claus. One more Christmas design. Another eagle, World Trade. Scales of Justice. Here's another favorite of mine. Honest value never fails. And right here on the back it says, no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin tender in payment of debt, aka currency, paper fiat, glorified IOU dollars. These few from afar, 1, 2, 3, 4, look the same. This one's a 1984, an 84, an 83, and an 84, and I remember on the backs, some of them are different. So we got some Liberty Bells. Oh, they're all Liberty Bells, my mistake. I thought some of them had a Morgan dollar design on the other side. Anyway. Two of those. Here's the other one. Well, it looks like this one's not safe for YouTube. Mass metal. Money, the root of all good. I can get behind that statement. These two, similar to the 4 up here. No, they are not Silver Eagles. They have the Silver Eagle walking Liberty design on them, but they come from different mints, and also if you were to flip them over, this one, once again, kind of looks like the Silver Eagle coin, but it's like the Sunshine round. You can scan the center, and it says valid for proof of authenticity. And on the back of the other one, similar to the Walking Liberty $50 design. So, different eagles, but the same Walking Liberty. Liberty Bell. And of course at the bottom we have 2 more of the Hurricane Irma rounds. So those are all the rounds that I wanted to talk about. Now, finally, I want to talk about storage. Because a lot of people have silver rounds, silver coins, silver bars. Bars are typically larger denominations. I don't know a whole lot of people that go out of their way to only stack 1-ounce silver bars. Most people I know stack 5-ounce, 10-ounce, or higher than that. Not a lot of people go for the 1-ounce bars. But rounds are typically in 1-ounce increments. And if you have them all scattered about like how I have them on the table right here, might be kind of difficult if you need to move them around. So when it comes to coins, most people keep their coins in mint tubes like these. Silver Eagle mint tubes. When it comes to rounds, this is how I first got started. Now, this is not what I do anymore. This was just a one-time thing because I was brand new to stacking and I didn't know any better. I put my silver rounds in airtight capsules, and then I put those airtight capsules inside of an airtight tube. I have them right here. They're all still inside their capsules because there's nothing inherently wrong with putting them in capsules. It's just a little bit more expensive. You don't need to do it this way. I believe this tube was about maybe, I don't know, $8, $9, $10 or something like that, and it came with all the individual airtight capsules for 20 different silver rounds. Cost me, let's just say $10. I'm probably off by a couple bucks, but let's just say $10. That was $10 that I didn't necessarily need to spend. Is $10 a lot of money? No. Did it really break the bank? No. Does it really matter at the end of the day? No. But it was a little bit more expensive than it needed to be, and it wasn't really a mistake per se. It was just an unnecessary thing to do. Because silver rounds, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what condition they are in. You don't need to protect them to the best of your ability from tarnish or scratching or anything like that. Like these silver rounds right here, they might be in good condition or perfect condition or whatever, but they're really no different than this one over here, which is heavily tarnished. It's not even silver at this point, it's brown. Or maybe, I don't know, this one over here, which I know is pretty scratched up. You can see all the scratches. At the end of the day, silver's silver. Whether it's uncirculated, whether it's tarnished, whether it's scratched up, silver is silver. So you don't really need to spend the extra couple dollars protecting them with airtights. You can if you want to. It's just not necessary. Instead of spending approximately $10 on this right here, which by the way is incredibly good for collectible silver coins or collectible silver rounds, but for basic generic secondary markets that have random designs on it, unnecessary. Airtights are fantastic when protecting collectibles, but they're just not necessary for all the other silver rounds out there. So for all the other silver rounds out there, what is a good alternative, or what is the best way of storing silver rounds? I couldn't tell you for an absolute fact, but in my opinion and from my perspective, what I have found to be the best are these right here. I don't remember the exact prices off the top of my head. I will leave Amazon affiliate links in the description so you can read a little bit more about them if you choose to, or if you want to buy them, you can always buy them as well. But I remember I think it was a 10-pack for like $6 or $7 or something like that. So rather than spending $10 on one tube that holds 20 silver rounds, I spent less than $10 for about 10 different tubes, which by the way still hold 20 rounds. And one last thing I want to say, price aside, typically I don't mind spending extra money on something that I know is extra protective, or it's going to save me money in the long run, or whatever the case may be. But a bigger, more important factor that I want to talk about when comparing these two type of tubes to hold silver rounds is how much space they take up. I know it doesn't really fit in frame all that well, but keep in mind both of these tubes hold 20 silver rounds. So how come one is so much bigger? That's because each individual capsule on each individual round adds about twice the amount of space it takes up. Therefore, the tube is approximately twice as big as something like this, which holds silver rounds, just like simple. You just like that, like that, like that. That's all it takes. So it takes up twice as much room, which might not seem like that big of a deal. However, if you are going to pack a safe entirely of silver, you're going to be able to pack the safe with twice as much silver if you use tubes that take up half as much space. Regardless, either way, stacking is stacking, silver is silver. Really doesn't matter at the end of the day if you have a preference over one. I'm just comparing and I'm just sharing my opinion. Both of these products will be linked in the description in case you want to read a little bit more about them. There's a reason this costs quite a bit more currency. There's a reason this costs, I don't know, let's just say $10 and this costs less than $1. There's a reason for that. These are really, really good for different reasons. Just when it comes to basic generic secondary market rounds, which show up in the mail in toned, tarnished, or scratched up condition as it is, don't need to be protected by airtights. But that's just my opinion. So, airtight tubes, these little coin safe, medallion tubes, and mint tubes will all be linked in the description. In case you want to read a little bit more about them, you don't have to just take it from me. You can read some of the product descriptions. You can read about some other customer reviews on there. And now finally, I want to talk about one last thing in regards to silver rounds. I want to show off my very first silver round ever. This was my very first piece of silver ever. I have it right here in my hands. Check that out. This was my very first piece of silver. I picked it up, I believe it was right before or right after Christmas of 2017, so at the very end of the year. I got a very nice kickstart to 2018. I started that year right, and I spent the entire year of 2018 stacking as much silver as I can get my hands on. Went full throttle into 2019 doing the same thing. 2020, the same thing. Unfortunately, it's been postponed due to everything going on in the world right now, but I plan on getting back to stacking ASAP. But this was my very first silver round. This is how it all started. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 1 troy ounce, 3 nines fine, silver. With an eagle on the front. And the Bill of Rights on the back. Not the Bill of Wants, not the Bill of Needs, the Bill of Rights. 1791 to 1991. With the quill. It's just a beautiful design. So, like I said before, anything with an eagle or anything with the Bill of Rights or the Liberty Bell or the Statue of Liberty or the Scales of Justice, I'm just drawn to those. I don't know what it is, but I like the way they look. Once again, as I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so nothing on my channel should ever be taken as financial advice. It's all for entertainment purposes, but it's also to initiate a conversation, so I'm curious, what are your thoughts? When it comes to silver rounds, do you stack silver rounds? I know a lot of people are out there who avoid coins altogether because the premiums are a little bit higher, so they prefer rounds. I know people who avoid rounds altogether because they're not as recognizable or trustworthy as a silver coin. I know some people who stack them about 50-50, maybe 75-25, or maybe something else. Let me know your thoughts about silver rounds in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so help us out. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, such as the 3 new products, the 3/9's Fine, 4/9's Fine, and 90% t-shirt and hoodie available in black, white, gray, red, blue, and pink. And of course, we have a ton of other products as well, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, and many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the DYDSS Military Tee, available in 4 different colors, and it's helping us raise funds and awareness for Military with PTSD Inc., a nonprofit actively working to help improve the lives of our veterans. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on silver rounds? What was your very first piece of silver ever? Was it a silver round? Was it a coin? Was it a bar? And do you prefer coins over rounds or rounds over coins? Why this way? Why that way? Let me know your thoughts, and also let me know, how do you store them? Do you just have them randomly stacked up in a safe, or do you have them in tubes, airtights? Let me know anything and everything related to silver rounds in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.